I guess Ripta is the only one with a little bit of sense in the group and was like, nah, dude, I'm not putting pills in the mail. You know, that's a federal crime, and it comes with a whole lot more than just getting caught with some Adderall, so I'm not doing that. So Ripta ended up deciding, well, I'll just drive him down to Texas from Tennessee.
No one around us knew that run, except me and him.
Why do you guys always do the most when I'm the big man? That's when this gets so good on this YouTube internet thing, which I shouldn't say so good because a man's demise, isn't that? But I don't look at this as a demise. This is the turning point. You know, the fact that somebody was willing to break an NDA and pretty much narc on themselves to finally say what we all knew was going on is a good time for somebody to turn it around. It's a good pivot point, if you will. It's like, well, cat's out the bag. You know, dude pretty much told everybody that he was your plug, and that's crazy, man. Like, especially the fact that Ripta had to float $600 for it and stress about it. But listen, I've been there, man. Me and my old lady was talking about, we know some wealthy people, and that's exactly how they act. They forget that everybody ain't got the endless bank account. You know what I mean? And they're like, what are you tripping for? Just go get it out of that tree that grows money out back. And then ain't you got a bucket of money somewhere to grow? Can't you get $600? Don't you have a pillow that's made of money? I thought we all had that. But yeah, that's crazy, man. And honestly, that's part of the problem. You take one person away that's getting them for him, that's one less person that he can get them from. Especially at $600, what, for 6 of them, it's probably 10 a piece or something, wasn't it? Just shouldn't have been doing it, man. There's real no good excuse for it. That's illegal behavior. I don't stand for it, really. And I know Ripta was just telling the truth by saying it, but yeah, I don't respect it, man, honestly. Especially for $600. I can, they're cheaper. Some people have them for cheaper than that. Hit me up, Ryan. Hey, I'd be away right now. Hey, all you creekers that's been really hoping one day to meet this dude and really get close to him, tell him you got the plug. Say, man, I can get all the addies you want, baby. Woo! Look at this little dude just chilling. Are you GoProing? Yes or no? Is it magnetic? There we go. Let's get them shots, buddy. So I got to remodel my downstairs bathroom, and the first thing we need is an actual good exhaust fan because we're getting black mode. We're getting mode in there, y'all. Mode. Speaking of idiots with apartments in Section 8 full of mode. Yeah, speaking of Johnny Gobble, how funny is it to watch him thinking that he's got under... I mean, just for him to say that, man, I got this guy's tits burning up, y'all. Oh, dude. It's cringier than just how he looks in general. He's super cringy. And he's like... he literally just told people the other day that he took his wife's co-worker's car, probably used his membership down at the car wash, sprayed that thing off real quick, and then rubbed some foam. He said, guys, they got this stuff you can spray on the dash and the window and cleans them both. I'll be a son of a bitch. Charge her $200. It's pretty much like working. Y'all say I don't work, but I made $200 in 4 years, so y'all's just haters. And it's like, dude, what? But what's funny is, yeah, so he screen recorded Ryan's Instagram video, and just because Triple T used a little clip of the same thing, he false struck him. And it's good to see real good people out there like Flawed TV saying, nah, I don't respect that, homie, you lose, you know. And a lot of these other really good people, good artists, who are like, nah, bro, dude is a piece of shit. And it's not even because somebody said he is, it's because he actually is. So watch your foot, buddy. Like, that's really good to hear. But speaking of strike, I didn't even know this idiot tried to strike me too, but poor thing. Let's read it again real quick. Obviously, that's you guys reading it because I'm walking around Lowe's. But it said something along the lines of, we're sorry, crybaby. You're just going to have to be triggered a little bit longer because it didn't work. And to hear him sit there and go, you didn't think I care if I lose this channel? I don't give a shit. Dude, it's the only little tiny bit of income that you might bring in, so you need to care. And that's what we're talking about. That's why we say you're a piece of shit and you don't care about your family, because you don't even care about losing the one little thing you do have. I mean, you can't get through to this guy. Dumbest guy in the world. Hey, whip. Yeah, every time the heat gets so hot in the kitchen that he finds, like, his only resort is to strike. Dude, he must have been really sad. Shaka Husbandman's my buddy. He was pretty cool to hang out with, actually, on the rundown, man. Gave some really good input and was really, really into the music. That guy's got a lot of energy. But shout out him for slowly realizing what a piece of shit Dagburn is. But, yeah, I mean, we're realizing... I don't want to lose that, buddy. Please don't lose that GoPro. We're realizing that, well, the right people are realizing that Dagburn's a piece of shit that's not worth wasting any breath on or even trying to be buddies with. And if he feels the slightest bit butt hurt, he will literally just fall strike. I mean, there's no standing up or anything. There's no like, well, you know what? I'll prove you wrong. He just lies about shit and then strikes you when the lies don't work. Like how, here, you can stand it up like this. There you go. Like how I supposedly, what's the lies? It's constant lies. Like I've got ran off of a car a lot. I told him he could come to my, let's set this straight too, right? Because one of the most egregious things that he's done, and shout out Triple T for not letting it just fade off into nothing and reminding this idiot about it, is as my father's dying of cancer, literally went there, trespassed on his property on the porch. He likes to say he stopped at the sidewalk, but here's the clip of it.
You think I ought to knock on the door?
Strike that too, fag. So, as my father's dying of cancer, and how he got brought into it to begin with is Fagburn brought him into it and said, oh yeah, well, and this, get this is a grown man said this, and I've heard him say this to, hold on, Bubba, to other grown men on this platform too, is he says, well, how about I just get a hold of your parents and tell your parents what you've been doing on YouTube? Meaning, how about I call your mom and dad and tell them that you've been mean to Dagburn? Yeah, so that's what he did. He struck me, got my information, and then somebody did like a background check or something, and he Googled my parents' names, trying to get their numbers. He said on a live stream 2 nights in a row, calling endless numbers, which were all disconnected because my parents weren't much for paying bills or keeping landlines after a certain point. So that didn't work, and he got the address, and he doxed my father and me because that makes sense, right? Because I'm holding a grown man accountable for his actions. So anyway, his next threat, because it wasn't getting him anywhere, was, well, how about this? How about I just go to your mom and dad's house and harass them, even though your father died of cancer? My response was, verbatim, I said, well, even with cancer, my father will smack the couch stain off your neck. Is exactly what I said. I said, so go ahead and try. And then this dude's trying to get, well, document said I could go there. Dude, nobody's buying, dude. Nobody's buying. Strike me. Strike this one. Strike. Every time you strike, it just makes me so happy. Because everybody that sees that you tried to strike somebody is just like, that's one more point for the home team and another goose egg for Dagburn. But I gotta get this guy off the floor and get my exhaust fan back on him. I don't know. Like, I know this isn't... I haven't made a video, so I feel like let's do this. I'd like to do it daily again. But listen, speaking of daily vlogs, I ordered an exhaust system for my truck. I want to put duals on it, like true duals from the turbo back. And I finally bit the bullet and ordered, because I got my credit card paid down enough to do it. So I checked the email for the tracking, and I'm like, I wonder, when it's going to be here exactly, so I can kind of plan that around and try to set up a time to do it. Maybe go to my buddy's shop or do it at my own garage. But I open up my email and it's like YouTube copyright. I'm like, what is this? I didn't even know. I didn't even know that it happened. And yeah, so then I look and it's like, we're sorry. We apologize, dear Dagburn loser. We received your takedown claim, but unfortunately, it appears that the Gotcha Man falls under fair use. And I think it also said something about Gotcha Man wins again, you lose. Have fun being triggered. Something like that. YouTube words things differently. Oh. Hey, buddy. You think Daddy wants to chase you? I'll just make sure you don't drop my GoPro either. Let's go back. Let's go get our cart and let's go pay. Okay? Ooh. I pick up what you're putting down. Dad needs a new door, huh? Daddy get a new door? That door? Take a picture of it with the GoPro. Take a picture of the door with the GoPro. That one. Good job. Did you get it? Fantastic. Pretty much, he's a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Another income in the home. He's a better YouTuber than Dagger. Jeez, yeah, Rip to put it all out on the line, didn't he? He said, man, an NDA, he can't get nothing out of me. I ain't got nothing. And he said that what really got me was when he was saying that, hey, man, Ryan ran out of synthetic meth, a.k.a. Adderall, and was freaking out in Texas. How am I going to go on stage and do the show if I ain't tweaked out on synthetic meth? What am I going to do? And called Ripta and B-Luz. And now this is allegedly per Ripta, because I do have something to lose and I don't want to be sued. But said that B-Luz told him, allegedly, to just mail him to Texas. I'll just play the clip. Triple T ain't gonna strike me.
But I think the band, I think they caught on, because when they were in Houston, Texas, I was staying back holding down the ranch, and it ended up being a thing where B-Loose wanted me to mail them. And I was like, hell no. That gets you in shit. They get me in shit. They get us all in shit. I said, I will jump in this truck, drive them to you, and drive straight back to be here for the concrete before I ever think about putting these in a mailbox.
And I guess Ripta is the only one with a little bit of sense in the group and was like, nah, dude, I'm not putting pills in the mail. You know, that's a federal crime, and it comes with a whole lot more than just getting caught with some Adderall, so I'm not doing that. And so Ripta ended up deciding, well, I'll just drive him down to Texas from Tennessee, which is insane. But, you know, when your buddy, somebody that you really care about, and you know has a problem, and you get stuck in that vicious cycle, and I know a lot of people are going to come at him saying that he's enabling him, and it's somewhat Ripta's fault because he's, you know, if he's supplying them to him. But it starts small, and that's the way it goes. And in my opinion, a lot of them buddies, that's what they're, you know, you can always tell what, you know, you can. When Ripta talked about Deerdorf, and I should say this, I should apologize to Deerdorf, because I thought Deerdorf might have been a dopehead with him, but after hearing Ripta's version, saying that, like, Deerdorf would be ready to work, ready to do a full day, bright and early in the morning, working on the ranch, and Ryan would have Ripta on a mission somewhere on another Adderall trip, allegedly. And Deerdorf would be pissed, like, dude, where's this guy? Let's work. I'm ready to work. Like, responsible. And usually people who are that responsible and care about remaining responsible aren't on that stuff. So I should say that. Ripta was just doing what I guess he's been doing, supplying this dude every time Ryan runs out and freaks out and is fiending for it. Ripta would run. I guess he was in Texas, allegedly. And Ripta had to drive all the way from Tennessee to Texas and bring this man Adderall and hide it behind on the guides of, let's not slam it no more, okay? That he was bringing him a guitar.
Are you stupid?
Yeah, that's crazy.
He just kind of, no, we're going to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. And I'm like, bro, I'm already 6 hours down the road. I'll be there soon. We staged it. Dakota ran with me, and we staged it as we were bringing a special guitar. And I think the band knew what was up, bro. I thought they didn't buy that shit. They knew what was up.
I don't know if he hid the pills on the guitar or not. I have to listen back to it. But the fact that you even have to lie and say, like, well, tell the band that I'm bringing you a guitar, Ryan, so they don't know I'm bringing you pills. And like Ripta said, the band knew. They could figure it out, man. Everybody can. I mean, once you start, like, once your fucking eyes get all bugged out like this, and you're talking about all kinds of conspiracies and what the Bible really means, and if there's aliens and all, I mean, it's crazy to even lie about it. And Ryan, right now, I know you're watching this, dude. Like, you know yourself when the problem started. You can literally match up the dates back. You can go, well, when I got online and said this and got myself into this mess is when I started taking this many of them. When I done this, it was when I was taking this many of them. When I flipped out on this situation, it went, and they all match up. I've been there, dude. A lot of us have been there, and you can match it up, but we lie to ourselves, man. Sometimes you got to be honest with yourself, right? Let's go, buddy. Let's go get our cart. I'm probably going to regret that right there. Getting the boys a Bluetooth speaker exhaust fan in their bathroom. Because their bathroom's downstairs next to the kitchen. It's not so... I mean, if they're taking a shower first thing in the morning, listening to music, whatever, we're all in there trying to get to school and work, right? But if you guys know teenage boys, or if they're anything like my teenage boys, we'll have... like literally some family get together, like everybody's coming over for a birthday or reunion, and all of a sudden at 2 p.m. when we're all in there trying to eat some of the food that was catered, the one boy jumps in the shower, jamming "Get Rich or Die Trying" in there, and grandma's in there trying to get a little slice of sausage to put on a cracker or whatever, and 50 cents in there. If I can't do it, homie, it can be done. Machine gun. Grrr, grrr, grrr. Yeah, that. Make sure you can't hear me. A little peckerhead threw this GoPro down aisle 13. And I was like, man, if that wasn't such a nice, like the newest GoPro out, I was pretty pissed. Man, you should have seen his form. I mean, he was just picture material. I was like, good arm, boy, but hope that screen ain't busted. Or it's your ass, boy. Nah, I ain't never even spanked him. Daddy's never even spanked you, have I? You need one, though, buddy. Oh, God forbid. I don't know if Dagburn's used any Peppa Pig lately or not, but technically he could strike me on that. Oh, man. Get to striking. And he's so pleased with himself too. Strike balls. I got him, man. Triple T's gonna be so mad later. You can watch Triple T. I got something for him. I got him. It's a minor inconvenience. And dude already retracted it already, or YouTube just realized how bogus it is. But I'm telling you, if it was me, I wouldn't lose that only little bit of income I had. I just wouldn't do it. I wouldn't lose that only little bit of relevancy. And for hint, listen, man, you think for 1 second anybody's believing the fact that you don't care about your YouTube channel. It's literally the only thing that's ever happened to you. Literally, your entire life consisted of being a drug addict and going in and out of jail. And then literally, what, months, less than a year before you did this, you did your little secret recording of Justin Adams, bugged him enough and stalked him enough to where he felt comfortable enough to have a conversation with you that you recorded without his knowledge and catapulted yourself into the only mediocre thing you've ever done in your life. And now you finally have something. Nothing in your home life has changed. You're still living in the same shitty apartment, still unemployed, still not doing anything to improve yourself at all. Nothing whatsoever. But you have this one thing. And buddy, the time you spend on it alone shows us how much you care about it. And the fact that you go out of your way, the fact that you drove Merle's car that far, used her gas money to go that far, to come and stand on a dying man's porch because another man was calling you out on your YouTube antics. Is what you did it for. And you want people to think that you don't care about your YouTube channel. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, no, I can tell. Anyway, guys, listen, I know it's probably a little bit of an off video, but I wanted to say what's up and say fuck you, Dagburn. You know, the normals. And shout out to the Triple T. And that's the last thing I'll end it on. And this is where I clicked off of his video that I watched last of his. Was when he was literally sitting there making fun of the fact that Triple T has such an injury from war. For those of you who don't know, and I'll butcher the story, and I apologize, if Triple T don't even want me speaking on this, but in war, he was injured so bad that he was literally paralyzed at one point and has an electronic device implanted in his back that has to be recharged and energized in order for him to do basic things like walk and function and move. Again, he sustained this injury fighting for our freedom, fighting for our country, fighting for the beautiful land and rights that we have, in which this bum uses to just lay around on the couch, draw food stamps, get subsidized income, and stay on Obama phone and stalk rappers and go and disrespect people dying of cancer. But this man sat and made fun of that today. He said, I quote, he said, "I call him Cripple T because I think it's funny that he got paralyzed and got injured to the fact that," and then he started making jokes about how Triple T's penis doesn't function. Because if I didn't mention this already, he's also gay too. Dagburn, he's a whole lot of things. I know. Keep up. Get a notepad out. You got to keep notes if you're gonna keep up with this. But yeah, he's also gay. And so anyway, it's one thing to disrespect a war vet like that and to say and do some of the things he's done, but man, that's what I'm talking about. When people say, well, how come you don't respect him and you have such a hard time having any respect for him? I mean, if you're that easily triggered to the point where you're going to make fun of a guy who sustained an injury to that magnitude, I just ain't got nothing for you, buddy. Especially when you ask him why he said that. And he'll say, well, because I'm pretty sure that Triple T told Adam Calhoun to not be my friend. Scout's honor. Hey, hand on the Bible. That's the reason he said it. Love you guys. Fuck you, Dagburn.